Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm going live to talk about something pretty exciting to me, and I wanted to take a moment and share. Recently, I had done a fundraiser campaign for blankets for the homeless. It's a huge cause that I'm always trying to help out with. It breaks my heart to think about how many people in this world are sleeping out in the cold. So I decided to start a fundraiser for blankets for the homeless, and I was blown away by the amount of people that, cared and donated and shared it around and thanked me for, even starting it. And the reason I'm bringing it up isn't because it's still live and I'm asking for anything. I'm literally going live because the money started going into my account so that I can start getting blankets for the homeless. So the fundraiser ended. It went beyond my wildest dreams of how much was able to be accrued for this cause. And so far, I've donated 100 blankets to Long Island Coalition for the Homeless, 100 blankets to the Bowery Mission in New York City, as well as 100 blankets to the Coalition for the Homeless in New York City. And I've only just started. So I just want to thank every single person who supported me and supported this cause of mine. They are each individually packaged, so every single blanket is in a separately wrapped plastic bag that's clean so that each person can get one, and I'm only just starting. The homeless need socks and underwear. They're never donated. And there's so many out there all across the country. So yes, I started in New York, but that's where I was born and raised. So I'm giving back to New York as best as I can. And, I made sure I sent it direct to them so they all should be getting it within a few days. I mean, we know how all deliveries are going right now. So whenever they get it, they'll get it. But it says within a few days on each of them, it looks like. So in 3 different locations in New York right now, they will be getting 100 thermal blankets each. So, like I said, the Bowery Mission, Coalition for the Homeless, and the Long Island Coalition for the Homeless. I wanted to make sure I went live and made this video so that everybody can see and know that the money donated truly went to the people that needed it. I put a little gift card with each of them explaining that, Happy Horrors Productions and me and the people of the fundraiser, did this for their charity section, place, organization for the homeless people. So I know it's not a comfortable topic, but if we don't start talking about this topic more, we're going to have a lot more problem of so many more people being on the streets and homeless and starving and sick. And none of us can any longer be like, well, that's their own fault and I'm going to turn a blind eye. They are our fellow human beings. And if I was stuck in a scary situation, which I have been before, I would hope somebody would be able to help me. And I was blessed that I've had people help me, whether it was a coat in the winter, boots on my feet, food in my stomach. We've all had hard times. We've all had scary moments. And to pretend that we should just turn a blind eye and not care about what's going on isn't okay anymore. We're in 2021. So whether it's me or someone I know, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's a stranger I've never met before. If that person is freezing to death, it's not okay. It's not okay. And we need to start really giving a shit. It's not, oh God, don't look at that person. He's sleeping on the sidewalk. He must be an alcoholic. He must be a drug addict. He must have done something bad. With everything going on in our world right now, it's no longer an option to just decide that's what's going on. So I'm not trying to rant at anybody. I just will no longer allow the only out for ourselves being cool. It's disgusting. You don't have to like me if you don't like that statement. Stop following me. Go find somebody else to follow that is so self-centered. They say turn a blind eye and don't worry about it. It's nothing to do with you. I won't be that person. I will care about others, whether I know them or not. I dropped somebody off at a train station recently, and there was 2 families sleeping in the cold. I hadn't eaten all day, and I had just bought a sandwich, and I still wanted to just give them my food. And too many people are like, oh, don't give them water, don't give them money. They'll just use it on drugs and alcohol. How many of us are using our money on drugs and alcohol right now? It's everywhere. I was driving through Staten Island, and I got stuck at a light, and there was a whole community of people sleeping on the side. We're going to say every single homeless person has to have been a horrible human being to be stuck like that? It's unacceptable. And if you're someone who says, not my people, not my problem, you're not one of my people and you're not one of my problems. We have a world that's falling apart, and I truly believe part of it is because we all want to turn a blind eye because it's uncomfortable. I won't. Our people need our help. There's a lot of problems going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. And if anybody's been following me, they know that I try as hard as I can to help as many as I can in as many ways as I can. That's why I donate socks. I donate underwear. I donate food to pantries. I wonder how many people realize that the government only gives food pantries money like once a year. When that's up, they have no more food in their pantries. They don't just suddenly have money. It's like teachers. The government gives the school systems money for pens and papers or whatever once. After that, those teachers are using their own money out of their own pockets to buy stuff. It's still true. So, yeah, great. You gave a turkey on Thanksgiving or Christmas. That's the cool thing everybody does. What about February? What about April? If our government can't help our people enough, then it's up to us to help each other out of all problems. I might not be able to do everything to just cure the problem. And I'm sorry the phone's shaking, but that's how you can tell it moves me enough because I can't stay steady long enough. But I'm doing the best I can. And part of it is saying, hey guys, we got to all start working together. It doesn't matter where you are. If you can't contribute, that's okay. We all are struggling. It's not like I make a lot of money, guys. I really don't. I don't have tons of money at my disposal. So if I shop at a dollar store and still bring a few things to a pantry once in a while, that's better than not doing it at all. If you were at a dollar store and bought a pair of socks and dropped it off, that's phenomenal. So none of this is meant as a guilt trip. This is my way of letting you know I follow through with what I say I'm going to do. That is an undeniable truth of who I am as a person. If I say I'm donating blankets to the homeless, then that is what I'm doing. So the 3 I've donated so far, because with Facebook fundraisers, they send the money in little groups. So like one point I got like $35 and I was like, okay. And then a few days later I got some more money. So it just keeps trickling in, but I'll keep donating to as many different charities and missions and homeless shelters as possible. So as of today, Coalition for the Homeless in New York City, the Bowery Mission in New York City, and the Long Island Coalition for the Homeless are each getting 100 individually wrapped thermal blankets. So each group is getting 100 each so far. This is not going to be something that I stop doing. It's just not going to be something I'm always talking about because I'm not trying to cause pressure for anybody. Everybody's life is going crazy right now. We're all trying to figure out how to survive and figure everything out with all the craziness. So that's why I also do lots of silly stuff and make all those little stupid videos for you guys because I'm hoping maybe you'll smile, maybe you'll laugh, maybe it'll take a moment of relieving the stress you got to go, she's crazy, she's cool, whatever. Whatever it makes you feel, as long as it relieves that sadness or stress for you for a moment, that's what I'm trying to do. But at the same point, we can't forget about all the things going on that we do need to help each other out with. Like, we really do need to continue saving the bees. We want fruits and vegetables and things like that. So make sure you start thinking about that stuff too. I know we're going through crazy stuff, but we have to keep going and thinking about our planet, the future generations, and how we're taking care of each other. Because we all know we really can't rely on the government to help us fully. I mean, like we always say, only one person can make a difference, but it takes an army of people with all feeling the same way to make a movement. So this is my attempt of starting a movement of let's love each other, let's help each other. No longer is it cool to turn a blind eye or say that's not my problem. No longer is it cool to enable those around you who also are acting that way. I think anybody who's followed me even for a short period of time knows I ain't friends with nobody who'll go, not my problem. Cool, you're not my friend. Because if you can't give a shit about other people going on besides just yourself, I can't give a shit about you. You ain't my type of tribe. You ain't my type of people. So, please, wherever you are in this world, whatever's going on in your world, one, please know you're not alone. We're all struggling. I cry every single day, whether it's about people freezing to death in the cold, starving to death, or just my own shit, I'm not perfect in any way. I got a lot of stuff in my head that makes me get sad and depressed and cry. There's nothing wrong with that. The stronger you are, the more vulnerable you're capable of being. So I will cry for all the causes in this world that people turn a blind eye to. And I'll make a video like this occasionally and go, hey, you guys, how are you helping from where you are? Even if it's just sharing this video. Even if it's like, oh shit, I have an extra $1 in my pocket and that person looks like they're starving. I'll buy them a bottle of water. That's another thing I do. The dollar store has cases of water. And I'll buy a case of water, put it in my passenger seat, because usually it's just me in the car. And when there's somebody with a sign saying, donate money, I'm starving, I'm homeless, whatever, I'll give them a bottle of water. Because that's one less thing they have to spend money on. And if they don't really want the bottle of water, maybe they're not really homeless and they're just conning, But I try to leave bottles of pH balanced water and snack bars in my car, because most people know I'm always traveling to different states and different locations, and you'll see these people standing in the middle of a highway with a sign, and it's like, oh shit, here's a bottle of water. But when I've done that, other people would start opening their windows and handing stuff out. Sometimes all it takes is you going, hey, this is important. So, if you can, every single month, find one way that you can help somebody else besides yourself. Whether it's a hug, with those you're safely allowed to, of course. Whether it's donating from a food pantry, from a dollar store, ain't nothing wrong with that, folks. Whether it's getting a pair of socks, a pair of underwear, thermal blankets. You know how many women that are homeless don't get tampons and things like that? Those things are important too. If we start helping each other up, we won't have this problem any longer. There are more houses empty than there are homeless people. We should be really angry about that. We have a lot of problems going on, so we get so overwhelmed with all that's going on that it's almost like too much to want to take on anything else and think about anybody else's struggle. But quite frankly, I feel like that's how we got stuck in this situation. How many times while we were growing up did we hear somebody go, don't look at them, honey? Or, that's not our problem. Oh, don't get involved. And yeah, in some cases, I guess I can understand that. But as adults, It's up to us to take care of our planet and our people. One tribe, one planet. That's really what it is. And everything else is labels and division that doesn't need to be. I don't care how much melatonin you got in your skin, or how tall, or how thin, or what weight, or what eye color. It doesn't matter what kind of hair you have. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what kind of car you drive or what you wear as clothes. I give a shit about how you treat other people, how you speak upon other people, how you speak to other people, and what you do when you see someone struggling. All of these things make us glorious human beings. And all the rest of it is bullshit and crap we don't need to worry about. Am I a better person if I have blonde hair versus purple? No. Does it matter if I have freckles or if this is just a filter? No. It matters how we treat each other, how we speak upon each other, how we deal with each other when we disagree. It's a big deal. And honestly, in 2021, we need to come together. We can't just say, all right, the government will handle it, because really, it's up to us. We are the people. We, the people, are this country. We, the people, are either ignoring and adding to issues or helping make them better. And it doesn't have to take much. Share this video. Say you agree. When you see taller pair of socks and you can do it, pick it up. Candy bars cost more. And I'm sorry it's shaky, but like I said, when I get really emotional, I have tremors because I have epilepsy. So between the fibromyalgia and the epilepsy, sometimes I have really bad shakes. So I hope this wasn't too, jarring, like being on a ship at all. But like I said, I really started this video just to let everybody know that I say and do exactly what I say and do. So I started a fundraiser for Blankets for the Homeless, and as the money comes in, I will continue to send more blankets to more homeless shelters and things in other states as well. I'm not going to just do New York. So please, if you feel moved enough that you want to be a part of what I'm doing, you can send any amount you feel comfortable with to my PayPal, happyhorrorsproductions@gmail.com. All right? Or lorenmalloy@gmail.com. All right? That's probably easier for you guys. So without the space in the middle, lorenmalloy@gmail.com. But please, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to send me anything. You can do that if you feel like it's easier if I just handle it for you. But otherwise, do whatever you want to do that you feel is helping people on the planet. If that's, planting things to make sure that our bees are, becoming healthy, because bees are still like an endangered species. That is not a good thing, guys. So, there's a bunch of stuff and a bunch of ways that you can help your planet and your people. But please, guys, do not donate to Goodwill. That is not helping anyone. Now, you could get upset with me, but you'll be wrong. If you look into Goodwill, all you're doing is turning it into a thrift shop. It is not helping the homeless at all. And people could fight me, but you could go to charitynavigator.org, I believe, and look up the charities that you've been donating money to and donating items to. And you'll be sickened at how much goes to individuals versus the actual homeless. So if you have like thrift stores and Goodwills near you, please don't fucking donate to those stupid things. I understand it if you just want to sell some stuff and donate some stuff and let other people buy it, but homeless people do not come into these stores. They're not coming into these places. They're not allowed in. So you're not helping anyone that's actually in need. So although it might seem like an extra frustration, like, I have to go somewhere else, look up homeless shelters near you. Look up mission shelters. Those are the places that you want to donate and drop off clothes and things too. And please, guys, check out that charity navigator and look into the charities that you've been sending money to. And you'll see how much a CEO gets. You'll see how much actually goes to the cause, which is why I made this video. It sickens me how much actually just goes to a random person, and I ain't playing that shit. So every penny that was donated definitely is going to shelters and things like that, as well as me giving my own money to it. So anyway, I'm sorry it was so shaky. My hand really started hurting, and when I get all emotional, like I said, it gets a little shaky. But anyway, so those are the charities that I've donated to as of today because of the amount that Facebook has sent me so far. It's only a third of what has been contributed, so I still have plenty to send to other shelters and locations in other states as well. I believe I'm going to do California next, maybe, because it is such a giant state versus some others, and then maybe Oregon because they have a very, very large homeless community. Somebody actually told me that they were putting homeless on buses and shipping them out to Oregon. I don't know. So I don't know about that. But it will be more places on wherever I can, as often as I can. And I will be doing this next winter season again. And when we get towards spring, I probably will start telling people, hey, you know, people need socks and underwear. So why don't you start today, if you're able. And whether it's just sharing this video or anything else you're moved to do, as long as you're helping somebody other than yourself, you're being epic and you're making a difference. So, love you all. Thank you for watching this video. Please share it if you agree with what I'm doing. That way other people can go, oh, I could do this too. Because we all can do it. It doesn't have to be me doing it. It's simple. You buy them on Amazon, you buy them off a store, you know, you walk into a store, wear your mask, donate it somewhere that you know will go to the homeless, and then you go. I mean, make it an outing. Make it, you know, that's what we're doing today. We're making an outing of helping somebody other than ourselves. Hey. But no matter what, please, guys, stay safe. Truly take care of yourselves. Make sure you're taking vitamin C, D3, magnesium, you know, anything that's helping your immune system, elderberry. And stay safe, and I'll see you soon.